times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said.
But I think you can keep the flash right here. I'm more concerned about up there, right around that. See all that? That's not good. So take that off. If that plywood needs to go, pull that off. What's up? Nick's ahead of Kyle 2.0. Hey. And then this goes, and then flash. But go to Grace up. And then tuck it back down. Pull it back in. I just don't like how it's all just butted right up so tight.
Right.
Can you see that too, Alvin?
Yeah.
Right there around all the nails. It's
Everywhere.
So,
It's tight everywhere. Yeah.
you put it so close up. We'd rather cut some back so the water can just drip out of there. The whole thing, so you don't want it to just be so tight. So we'll take care of the PVC, anything like that. I'll let you know what it comes down to. If we have to grab any more, we're gonna try to save it. Like some of these pieces are still good.
Cool.
That's just, and it was just butt right up, and then obviously there was nothing. And then they were just going on a hope and prayer and chance of the tie back was just to hold everything off. But with it all gone,
Yeah.
you can just see that you had the. You can just see it. It was just running right in here, running straight down.
Yep.
And then it would just go into anything else. It's honestly though, like, in some spots it's a little bit, we can cut it out and put some in. This though, right? It's been only happening for probably 2 years. Like it's a long time, but it's not a long time for how bad. And what'd you eat? A whole pig last night? Alfredo, make sure Nick's okay today. He looks like he's gonna be a little slow. Ah. Oh. Still, so I'll send you that list.
Yeah, and I'm grabbing Yeah.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Card?
Oh yeah, you need this.
It's all good. I know you get a little lost sometimes.
Here we go. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, say hi.
Hey, Millie.
Stay down. Yeah, so this is it.
Yeah, is that what you got? Chickens out there?
Yeah, 5 new chickens.
I got 6 chickens the other day.
No way.
Yeah, I'm a farmer, dude.
Let's go.
This place is sweet though.
Yeah, this is a sweet place. I love this.
It's the old horse barn. They got converted into the house. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and then the front is 6 units, 4 studios, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and then a large 1-bed, 1-bath. You say hi? Good girl. It's going to be the new home base for everyone, new home base for all my construction, soon the real estate, and then I'm going to have just a little area over there for my property management for any of my rental properties. It's nice that it's centrally located back in Manchester. I tried it out in Pembroke. It's not easy when you're just the distance of the convenience factor. So this actually I rent, I did not purchase, but it's worth its weight. So yeah, what I'm going to do though, you have one office right here, the other one upstairs, but we're actually going to build this out. So I'll have a wall come out here, put another office in up top. There'll be a kitchen down right here. Customers can come in, conference room, marketing, office admin will be out front. Come into a kitchen area, go down the hallway to the bathroom, which will get remodeled. Then you head up the stairs, and then I'll have my sales guys up there, myself, and then along this wall there'll be a door, and we'll put the project board up so you guys just have an outlook on what your week outlook looks like. Sold jobs, contracts, just a big space so that everyone can kind of stay focused and keep the system going. It makes everyone accountable too for me. Like it was too much running around. I learned having like a home office, and it's like put the big boy pants on, get here. Everyone shows up on time. We have parking out back, parking out front. It just makes it like another stepping stone of like legitimizing it all.
So what is your purpose in all this? Like, what is your why? And
yeah, I think for a while like I was trying to figure that out, because right when I got into the real estate and all that, I enjoyed it a ton. I really liked it. the money wasn't like the motivation ever. I really did just like the relationship side of it. And when you make money, it's like you realize how easy that is. It's like the hard stuff is working on relationships and doing something with purpose. So I had to ask myself that. I was looking for a mentor for a bit, and I had a coach kind of for a little, and it was like, he actually asked me, he goes, what's your why? And I literally didn't have an answer back. It like actually really affected me. I was like, fuck, what is my why? Like, why am I doing real estate? Why am I running a construction business? Why am I buying all these rental properties? Why am I trying to help out all these people? Like, I could just be really good at selling real estate, or I could just be really good at selling roofs. And it's like, why was I doing all these things? And I think it gets a little like deeper where it's like for me, the construction business, right? I didn't actually plan on getting into the construction. My father was looking for work opportunities. He's always been a carpenter by trade, was doing those things. He battles his daily struggle with addiction. And, I had a platform with the real estate, and a lot of people were already, asking for some work. Gave him a job, and, eventually he fell off the wagon again. And it just sucked, right? Like you're trying to employ your father now at this point, and I don't have grudges over it. I you just feel for him and hope that he can get through whatever he's battling, those demons. And then that's when when I had been asked that question, what's your why? I started to reflect on all those things, like why am I doing all the real estate, like helping people with that. And it's like for me, I think it was truly like to just help people. Because like even out in real estate, it's like a very low-bearing industry. It comes with a lot of bad apples, and like I've been robbed from my own family before on construction projects. My buddy and I have been taken advantage of. So then that's when I was just like, I want to be the voice and like platform of change. I want to eventually start to hire guys who have been battling issues like what my father's gone through, my family's been affected by it. That's something that hits home for me. So if I can employ some guys throughout the journey that have maybe had some obstacles that they made on their own, but that have been written off by society's norms, right? People just like overlook them. I think everyone deserves a chance. Everyone makes mistakes, has skeletons in the closet, but like it's how you move forward from that. So that was really what my why was. And like same thing with the tenants. Like I never will be a slumlord. I'll never do that. Like I want to just help people out, and sure that maybe means my profits aren't as high as some of the other guys, but my sleep, I enjoy that at night, and that's like what really matters to me. It carries you, I think, in my opinion, much further than the short-term satisfaction of like a higher margin. I'm in it for the long haul with all of it. So I think that was my why, is how can I give back to the community? And now it's grown and evolved to like I'm opening up a sober home soon. I'm giving a portion of all my proceeds back right now that I've built these things up, like all proceeds back to addiction and mental health awareness. That's what I wanted to get into, is giving back and helping those who have maybe been written off, and give them a platform with they're not alone and we can help them out.
All right, so what do you think the most important things in operating a business are?
Yeah, when I got into it, I was like, a lot of it's trial and error, you learn, but there's certain things that I think anyone with a decent moral compass should know. The biggest thing is genuine relationships. Like, I don't care what anyone tries to argue about with like, yeah, of course you need like your accounting, your booking, and all that. That stuff that is something that you need to just be a business. But to be like a next level type guy, think of anyone who's got anything, like they're just very good at networking, good quality relationships. Nothing I've gotten was just done by me. And one of the most important relationships just so happened to be my mother, who's like a super successful corporate woman who has a huge just wealth of knowledge that I've been able to use for free. My mother is just like an awesome person, and gives you the answer sometimes you don't want to hear but need to hear, gives you the different perspective. She's always taking care of all her employees, she's always taking care of anyone around her, she's honest, she's stern when needed, so the relationship side of things is for sure how you have any way of growing, because you never know which direction you're going. Like I always tell right, I first got into real estate, then it transformed more into the construction, then it transformed into all my rental properties. So it's like one slows up, like I have the train just diverting and keeps on driving up. And I think, people who get that was one big thing for me. I was like so dead set on one thing, but then it was like, okay, take a step back and just realize like, if one thing's not working, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to stop it, but you have to change the course and be able to adapt to what's around you. Paul Vlad's one of the guys who I really look up to. He's like the mentor who was in the commercial properties forever, and always just had me working for him throughout all the summers. And he always says to me, still always reminds me, crawl before you walk, before you run. And for me, you know, someone who's like impatient and wants to go a million miles an hour, I still always at least remind myself that. Yeah, and then like another thing about the business side of the world too is, you know, like I like to think of myself as a pretty emotional guy sometimes when needed, but I've learned to put up like an emotional wall type thing, whether it's good, bad, whatever, I'm figuring it out. But business and emotions, like you gotta leave them at the door. Like I've had friends work with me, didn't work out, let them go, but I'll still be their friend, I'm still there for them. It just didn't work out on the business side. And like, I think for me, like setting the expectations for people from the start is something I had to learn to do better of. Because like everyone has good intentions when they get into something, but then when it gets bigger than what they thought or something happens, like the course changes, like shit happens, shit changes, and it's not like that one's right and one's wrong, like two people can be right in the situation. That was where I go off with like, you know, it's super, super hard. So like that was like the biggest thing with Austin and I when we got into the rental properties was like we had to make sure we delegated each other's roles, and we said all above anything else, we will not lose a friendship. I will sell every damn property that I have, or I will offload everything before I lose a friendship. Because it's like, what was it worth? Like,
Who is KV, or like what is KV as it stands? Real estate, construction, rentals, and then where do you see yourself, the company, in the next, you know, several years from now, 4, 5, 6 years from now?
yeah. So who is KV is we're a real estate team. I have a construction, roofing and siding, and then the rentals. We're hitting you at every angle. You need help buying a house, we help you take care of that. You need help, you know, getting the house ready. Some projects, we take care of that. You know, I've gone out of some of the interior stuff, but yeah, we are a full force real estate enterprise essentially, where we're just hitting you at every angle. And you know, moving forward, where do I see myself in 5 years? I see the construction business being very healthy, and taking on, you know, hundreds of roofs every single summer, siding projects, window projects. I want to continuously expand. I want to open up a few more satellite offices. With the rental properties, I think that we're eventually going to get into the Florida market. I have my real estate license down in Florida. I'd like to see us pumping a little more deals down there eventually. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. Next video is going to be about some of the rental properties. We'll go check in at Front Street, Gold Street, how that finished off, talk a little bit more in depth about it, but then we're going to focus on the multifamily investing. So any of you who are interested, tune into that. We'll go over everything from smaller 2-family, 3-families to, you know, the bigger portfolio ones, the types of loans that we're on with them. We'll go into all of it. And then, yeah, thanks for checking in today. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.